So today we had inflation data come in. We had the CPI come in showing a move below 5%, first time in a while, which got the market a little bit excited for possibility of the Fed pausing on interest rate hikes. But then the market turned lower, and honestly, I'm in a trip mode, not vacation. When you visit family and your child at home, it's a trip, not a vacation. And I've been helping my mom rearrange the basement and do other things, but I wanted to check in on the VIX in the middle of all this because, like I said, we had CPI this morning, we had PPI tomorrow, so I thought the VIX would be a good place for us to review and kind of get grounded, right? Now, a bunch of you have been telling me you're really liking these recent videos I've been doing where I go weekly, monthly, daily, in time order, and just show you my raw charts that I haven't touched in a while. Doesn't mean I haven't looked at these markets in a while. It just means that I have not touched this particular set. So here we go. We're going to dive in. I don't got time to edit or anything. I'm getting in the shower, but we're going to just do it to it. So you're going to see like my raw approach to the markets, and I'll keep it efficient. So here's the monthly chart of the VIX, okay? And every candlestick is representing every month of price action. So you can see that the VIX has been lower, choppily so, since March, with the market trekking higher. It's still, though, not able to push down below the low on the VIX from June of 2021. So we keep kind of dancing around there. So let's take this and move it to the weekly chart. Before we do that, I'm just going to mentally capture some levels here that I want to transpose to the weekly and recreate them over there. All right. So I use pink for resistance. Rather, I use blue for resistance, pink for support, and we're going to transpose these. All right. So here's my weekly chart. First, I'm going to transpose. I mean, just recreate those same lines, but on this chart. Okay. Now, just double checking that I transposed correctly. I did. Now we can see that there has been quite a bit of volatility in the last week, and we're still just kind of living in that range. Last week was what's called an outside bar, and I talk about the significance of outside ranges in my Gann candlestick system, so those of you who have that may want to brush up. This is also showing me some additional resistance levels that I want to monitor, so I'm going to just mark those in. Again, I'm here doing the analysis, but not teaching it, right? That would be hard to do in a several minute video. But I have the education behind all these tactics in my different courses, depending on what you want to focus on. Price action, like candlesticks and patterns, momentum, like RSI power zones, or market timing. Okay, wow, check out how that 1571 level held beautifully on a closed basis, and we are still within last week's range. I'm a little bit concerned that the RSI and the VIX refuses to push below the bull support power zone, but you can see it's been kind of hanging out at that lower border for a while. So that data alone isn't going to tell me a lot of information. This is where using what's in the RSI power zone system and then layering in what's in the advanced RSI power zone system really helps. So, all right, I'm going to kind of mentally capture some of these key levels here and then go to a daily chart. So I'm just doing it right in front of you. So this is a daily chart that I have not cleaned up in a while. It's kind of a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. We're going to just take off some of the old annotations that don't serve me anymore and redraw new ones. All right. So now every candlestick is 1 day of action on the VIX, and I need a little more history because we're coming back to these key levels from 2021. So what I'm going to do here is create the daily chart version of some of the key levels that I saw. And I'm kind of just swinging around the chart, figuring out where that is without constantly zooming in and out. Okay, we're going to try that one more time. Make it pink. Pink for support, blue for resistance. And in the case of the VIX, remember, if you're newer to trading, guys, the VIX trades lower while the market trades higher, and vice versa. If the VIX is trading higher, the market's going lower. So it's sort of opposite to the S&P or Dow, okay? but I still use words like support and resistance to analyze the VIX. So just keep that in mind. All right. So what's really interesting is that in a recent video, I shared a forecast for one of the key indices to perhaps churn into May 30th. And that's aligning with this important trendline intersection out on the VIX. So the end of the month, guys, I think is going to be a very high importance time in terms of the direction of the market over the next several weeks, if not months. So let's just keep tabs on that, okay? Now let me finish out my daily chart analysis. Again, here I'm demonstrating, okay? I'm not explaining every single move I'm making, but I will share kind of where I see things that you can take away in an actionable manner. All right, so here we go. The VIX displayed a great disconnect between price and momentum back in the early part of May. And this was like the precursor to this first move higher on the VIX. Now there's a pullback on the VIX, so market recovering higher. Unfortunately for the market, the VIX is still in a position where it could regroup and turn higher. So I'm not sure we're out of the woods yet in terms of weakness that might come into play. So again, just trying to get my little colors to line up here. Yeah. So we've got this 16, like 30 area as important support on the VIX. If we stay, rather 1608, okay? 1608, if we stay above 1608 on the VIX over the next couple days, I would be concerned about a potential return on the VIX up to 20, like 20 even. And if it breaks above 20 even, you got 21.33 and then 23.85. Again, that's only if the VIX stays above 1608. If the VIX drops below 1608, post a daily candle with a close below that level, ideally a red candle, then I think it's more likely that the broad market continues higher and we see the VIX trek towards 1553, and then move back down towards those all-important lows, which are back here that I started off with on the monthly chart, okay, 1410. There are other levels of support that may provide a cushion along the way, like 1473, but there you have it, okay? So here I'm using market timing in a different way. I'm not doing my traditional forecast to look at where there might be a market turn. I'm looking at trendline intersections, but that's aligning with recent analysis I did. So if you're newer to the tribe or you haven't checked out my videos from the past several days, go check them out. They're all on my channel and in your tribe portal, okay? But we have, like I said, 1608 key support and 2133 key resistance on the VIX. So we will see what unfolds with the PPI data and more. Very interesting time in the markets where the data is like really moving things a lot. And yeah, my mom is yelling from me, dinner is ready. So I gotta go. We're gonna wrap this up. I will catch you when I'm back in Austin later this week. Hope you guys are continuing to focus, study, practice when needed before going live. It's interesting times in the market. Don't get caught up in the volatility, okay? If you feel like it's just too whipsawy for you, it's okay. Hang back. Opportunities may come again soon, and we're going to keep tabs on when those will be. So I will catch you next time.